Hi, let us now look at key performance indicators or KPIs and role of KPIs in business models. What's the importance of KPIs in measuring success? 1. Performance measurement. KPIs are key performance indicators are quantifiable measurements that evaluate success of an organization, of an employee in meeting their objectives or performance. They are useful in tracking progress. They provide a way to measure how effectively a company is achieving its key business objective. Organizations typically use KPIs to evaluate their success in reaching the target, market share, revenue, profitability, whatever could be the thing. You track your progress. Informed decision making. By focusing on quantifiable aspects of organizational performance, KPIs help leaders to make decisions that are backed by data. Rather than going by gut feel or going by anecdotal information, you can use KPIs to make decisions. For example, should you reduce the price and increase the market share? Should you increase the price and capture more profits? All of these decisions on an ongoing basis can be made on the basis of key performance indicators that you have measured. Strategic focus. KPIs create an operational picture that corresponds to an organizational strategy so that the businesses can stay focused on their strategy. Whatever the shared goals and objectives are, that focus will come from KPIs. Boost employee morale and motivation. When employees understand their individual KPIs as well as those of the organization, they get a clear understanding of their role in the company's success. This leads to clear-cut role definition, clear-cut expectation setting. It helps them perform better. It also enhances job satisfaction and motivation because the employee knows exactly what he or she is supposed to do, how they are doing, and how they are achieving. Now, how to define KPIs for different business models is an important topic that we will talk about. Firstly, you have to align KPIs with strategic goals. For any business model, it is important that the KPIs are aligned. This means identifying what is most important to the business and how that can be quantified into KPI. For example, take a telecom company. Okay, right? The KPI could be number of consumers, number of subscribers. It could be number of calls that's being made on the network. It could be the number of minutes of talk time that is being made on the network. All of these could be different KPIs. Which is your key strategic goal and what is the KPI that measures that is important. So aligning KPI with strategic goal is important. You also have industry specific KPIs. Different industries often have different KPIs. In retail, sales per square foot is an important KPI. While for a subscription based online service, the churn rate, retention rate might be more relevant. So depending on the industry, your specific KPIs will change. Understanding the business model is important. To identify the most important KPIs, one needs to understand the nuances of specific business model. For example, in the platform business model, one critical KPI could be the network effect, which measures how additional users add value to the existing user base. So measuring that is important. In case of a leasing business, how well is your asset that you have purchased being utilized? How much money the asset that you have purchased, you have invested in the capital expenditure is able to generate when you lease that asset out. It's important to have comprehensive understanding of business performance and align your KPI to your strategic objective. But it's also very important that you keep it simple. There should not be too many KPIs. When you have too many key performance indicators, whether it's a company or an employee, then they get confused. They'll lose focus. To have focus and take meaningful action, have limited number of KPIs, not too many, have relevant ones. Choose the few key metrics, KPIs that matter most and focus on those. Now, let's look at monitoring and adjusting KPIs based on performance. One, you obviously need regular monitoring. KPIs should be monitored regularly. It could be weekly, monthly, quarterly, to ensure that they are on track to meet the company's objective. And if they are not on track, look at corrective action so that you are able to bring it on track. This is done through dashboard reporting. Utilize visual dashboards to track KPIs. A visual representation, bar chart, pie charts, or any kind of graphical representation can make complex data easier to understand. You see trends much easily when you depict it in a graph. Quarter on quarter, your sales has been going up. Suddenly during one quarter, there is a dip. So the trend and the insights surface more readily when you have a dashboard reporting. Comparative analysis. Comparing current performance against historical data and future forecasts can help you to take action. It can highlight trends and growth patterns and helps in future decision making. A comparative analysis could be compared to last quarter, last year, last month, last week, any of the comparisons, or even comparative analysis vis-a-vis certain geography. If Maruti car sales in Delhi is much better last quarter, but in Bangalore is actually lower, that's a comparative analysis. Then you need to take action based on what is it that resulted in lower performance in Bangalore as compared to Delhi. Adjustment of KPIs. If the business is not meeting the key performance indicators, it might be necessary to adjust them or re-evaluate the strategies and tactics used to meet them. If a business is consistently meeting KPIs, then again you need to adjust it. Maybe it's time to set more challenging targets. Maybe your KPIs are too easy to achieve. So either ways, looking at what is the achievement of the KPI, you can move it upward or downward. Continuous improvement. The ultimate goal of tracking KPIs is continuous improvement. You have a metric, you measure the metric, and you take action based on the metric. Use the insights gained from KPIs to identify areas of strength and weakness and to make data-informed decisions about how to improve. So, in conclusion, key performance indicators or KPIs are a crucial tool for measuring the performance of different business models and ensuring alignment with the business objective. Regular monitoring and adjusting of KPIs to help businesses stay on track, achieve their goals, and continuously improve.